Hey, I'm the Clumsy Gardener, and today we're going to be learning how to turn our grass into groceries. The tools we're going to need today include the trimmer, a garden fork, a tiller, a mattock, and where's that garden rake? Oh! Whew, that was close. First, we're going to trim the grass that's currently in place. Rake up your mulch. So you want to rake everything you just dropped down because we're going to use this in the last step for when we're mulching. Sorry if it's a little blurry. Okay, the transformation continues. This is after the final pass of the trimmer. Now I'm going to step in here with a garden fork and I'm going to just start turning it up like that. Just going to poke it in and just kind of pull it up like that. That's all I'm doing. I'm not doing much. So here's an example of what we're doing. So first, we shove the garden fork in to the soil and step on it. And then we peel it back. So you can see here I've got a layer of topsoil plus a layer of clay. So I'm just breaking the ground because I want to create pockets that stuff can get in and start penetrating the soil, including the roots of the beans and the onions we're going to grow. And now I'm going to do the same stuff with this stuff called gypsum. I'm going to just spread it. It's just an amendment, so it's just going to help get into the soil. And then once I get into the soil and start turning it with my tiller, that stuff's going to drop in and just going to start becoming part of the soil and start amending it to get the balance that we need it to get. Now you can see all the amendments that I've put in all throughout here. And so now we're going to take our my Corona tiller and we're going to turn that so all that stuff we just sprinkled all in starts going down into those cracks we created with the garden fork. That was tough. Yeah, check a look at what I did. Okay, so as you can see here, we have the bed all prepped. The next step number 3, is to select your crops. And so in this bed, we are going to plant a border of onions around the outside, and then a center row in the middle is going to be our beans. Beans and onions are companion plants, and they both grow well together, and we both use them in the kitchen a lot, and they both work well with clay soils. So we're going to start, and we're going to do stuff we can do. So I'm going to put the, you can see I've got the little trench dug out for the onion bulbs. They're going to go all the way around when I'm done with that, after I space them about 6 inches apart. When I'm done with that, I'm then going to plant the beans in the middle, and I'm going to be spacing those about 3 inches apart. So then after you get all the seeds sown, you just water it in. So I do apologize for not showing you actually how to sow the seeds. What the internet says is the beans go 1.5 inches down into the ground, and they're spaced about 3 inches apart. So I did some that were 1.5, some that were 2, some that were maybe 1 inch, and I did them 3 inches apart, all up and down the middle row. Then I came in here in my potato crops, because beans are also a companion to potatoes. I came and I planted some filler beans right there, and one plant right there, 2 more plants right there, and a couple plants over there, just to fill in the spaces, because again, I don't want this ground becoming infested with weeds, so I would rather the beans shade that out for me and also produce a crop. So that's what we got going on here, you guys. That's how you turn your grass into grocery. Well, folks, that's how you get started turning your grass into groceries. For now, I'm going to enjoy my glass of sweet tea as I admire my work. Happy gardening, everyone!